2022 Rolls Royce Cullinan bunker armored luxury review. In the world of luxury cars, Rolls Royce is none other than the most expansive and roaring car of the modern era. Here are some detailed review on what you might get your hands on. Rolls Royce Cullinan rides with supreme serenity and indulges everyone aboard. A strong and silky V12 effortlessly motivates this $250,000 people mover. Though its exterior design borders on awkward, its unmistakable hood ornament and prodigious proportions ensure that onlookers know it's a Rolls Royce, and that its occupants are extremely wealthy. We only wish the interior wasn't marred by modern trends such as digital gauges, and we'd prefer that the standard backseat was more adjustable. Still, the quietness and build quality of the Cullinan's cabin is unrivaled, as is the ability to personalize the space to owner's desire. Rolls-Royce doesn't make any changes to the Cullinan for the year 2022 model. It continues to be powered by a twin-turbo V12 making 563 horsepower, that is 592 in the black box version. An 8-speed automatic transmission still handles gear changes and routes power to the standard all-wheel drive system. In the make-believe scenario that we could afford a Cullinan, we choose the crystal paint scheme, the 22-inch 7-spoke wheels, the gold-plated Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament, and the electronic tow hitch. We'd spec the immersive seating with center console option, which gives the rear seats massage functionality and replaces the center seat with a console that doubles as a cooling bin with 2 champagne flutes and a whiskey decanter. And we wouldn't pass the opportunity to have the fabric over our heads display a fiber optic starry night sky via the shooting star headliner. Finally, we'd add the rear privacy glass and side curtains to make the back row into a tranquil hideout. The Cullinan's twin-turbo 6.7-liter V12 provides 563 horsepower, that is 592 in the black box model, and is whisper quiet, lest it disturb the VIPs in the cabin. The one we tested recorded a 60 mph time of just 4.5 seconds, impressive for a vehicle that weighs about 3 tons. All-wheel drive is standard, although we suspect buyers will never venture off the tarmac and risk damaging the paint. The Cullinan rides on an air suspension that receives information from a road scanning camera and automatically adjusts the vehicle's height to compensate for imperfections in the pavement. Ride comfort is beyond the standards. The spacious cabin is lined in box grain leather, lamb's wool carpeting, beautiful wood trim, and milled aluminum accents. If you want an even higher level of luxury, Rolls-Royce will customize almost every part of the Cullinan's already lavish interior with whatever delights you can imagine. The only warts in this otherwise decadent space are the fully digital gauge cluster that lacks the elegance of an analog setup and the standard rear seating that's as inflexible as park bench. At least buyers can rectify the latter issue by optioning the 2-seat second row with adjustability and massage functions. The exterior is classic Rolls-Royce, but the vehicle's liftgate configuration allowed the brand to fit the cargo area with an optional viewing suite consisting of a pair of leather-wrapped seats and a small table that pop out of the floor. This is by far the most luxurious way to take in a polo match at the country estate. Even though this SUV is a clear break from tradition for the storied British brand, it's still an uncompromised Rolls-Royce in every way. Of regular luxury vehicles, as the Cullinan wafts down the road and transmits nothing unpleasant to the people inside. The spacious cabin is lined in box grain leather, lamb's wool carpeting, beautiful wood trim, and milled aluminum accents. If you want an even higher level of luxury, every Cullinan has a large touchscreen infotainment system with a redundant controller in the center console. Apple CarPlay is also included on every model. The available rear seat entertainment option adds a 12.0-inch screen to the back of each front seat. Along with a Wi-Fi hotspot, the Cullinan has a bespoke audio system that features 18 speakers. It was long rumored that the car company would venture into making an SUV. Auto Express exclusively reported that a design was in the works, and correctly that the name would be Cullinan. This was due to its competitors such as Bentley and Lamborghini venturing into the SUV business with the Bentayga and Urus respectively. On 17th of September 2015, it was confirmed by Rolls-Royce design chief Giles Taylor that the company was tinkering on it. At the 2015 Frankfurt Auto Show, Rolls-Royce's CEO Thorsten Müller-Ötvös said that the SUV will be revealed in 2018 and will be on the market on 2019. A model was spotted testing on 23rd of December 2015 by Autocar. The name Cullinan was confirmed by the Rolls-Royce on 13th of February 2018. It is named after the Cullinan diamond, the largest diamond ever found at 3,100 carats. According to own statement of BMW AG, Rolls-Royce and similar institutions, this generation of automobile with combustion engine has a preview to an end until 2030 due to the company only producing electric models. As of 2019, the British automaker claimed that despite expanding production and hiring more employees, there simply wasn't enough to supply to satisfy the demand fueled by brand loyalists and the newfound female, younger buyers. Most of the Cullinan's exterior design has been adapted from the novel 8th generation Rolls-Royce Phantom, such as the front grille and headlights. It's visible that the car's exterior design has been adapted from other British SUVs as well. The Cullinan uses the double wishbone front axle and a 5-link rear axle. It is fitted with self-leveling air suspension and electronically controlled dampers front and rear. It is also equipped with electrically actuated active anti-roll bars. The Cullinan is also fitted with a stereo camera integrated into the front windscreen that scans the road ahead and adjusts the suspension proactively so as to improve the ride quality. This system, dubbed the flag bearer by Rolls-Royce, operates at speeds of up to 100 km per hour, that is 62 mph. Michael Snell, marketing manager of the Americas for Rolls-Royce Motor Cars NA, stated, "Even with the updated improvements to Cullinan's suspension and drive systems, the ride experience has not been compromised as the vehicle still retains our signature magic carpet ride experience while you drive over any terrain." Like the Phantom 8, the Cullinan employs a 4-wheel steering system to improve both maneuverability at low speeds and stability at higher speeds. The Cullinan might be yet another obscenely large and heavy capitulated to the market's appetite for SUVs, but in the world of ultra-premium manufacturers, Rolls-Royce stands on firmer grounds than any other in terms of precedent. From 1914, armored cars built upon its Silver Ghost chassis were equipped with water-cooled 303 Vickers machine guns and sent to serve in the First World War. Squadrons a dozen strong made it as far afield as the Middle East, where they helped G. Lawrence conquer Turkish forces in the desert. Even during the time between Rolls-Royce's 1904 founding and its involvement in conflict, its vehicles often functioned as what would now be called SUVs. They had to be luxurious and reliable, but were expected to deliver those attributes on often appalling road surfaces. Fitted with shooting brake bodies, they also provided motorized support for the many off-road activities of the privileged. European aristocracy needed ground clearance and roomy cabins for hunting excursions, and one Indian Maharaja later ordered his 1925 Phantom with taller wheels, searchlights, and an elephant gun mounted on the rear bumper. It's unlikely modern Rolls-Royce would entertain such a request, although surely it receives them from time to time, but the 6.75-liter 2.7-ton Cullinan nevertheless has true utilitarian lineage. And even if it didn't, as the management walks the Bentayga instantly outshell all Bentley's other models combined, and the irresistible Lamborghini's output in its first year, an SUV must have seemed from a commercial standpoint the only sensible option for the brand. So that is what we now have. Customers who move in that air-filled atmosphere where new Rolls-Royces are sold don't use anything as ordinary as equipment levels with which to define their car. If you like this video, please do subscribe to latest luxury cars channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for more amazing videos.